Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. As co-chair of the Natural Gas Caucus, I understand the need for a clear, durable regulatory framework for natural gas infrastructure. As a Houstonian, I know many professionals in the field who call the 7th Congressional District home and who I'm proud to call my neighbors. And I know that they need regulatory certainty to provide the low-emission energy to the U.S. and to our allies abroad that we've been talking about today. As energy demands increase, as we've discussed repeatedly on this committee, natural gas will continue to play a crucial role in ensuring dependable, affordable electricity. I spoke about the need for durable permitting reform a little earlier today, so I won't repeat all of that now, but I want to talk about the bill before us and my amendment, because among its provisions, the bill before us expands the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission's authority to act as the sole lead agency for coordinating the environmental review process for natural gas pipeline import and export authorizations. Congress created FERC in 1977 as a nonpartisan, independent commission tasked with carrying out fundamental functions that underpin the reliability and safety of our energy system. On February 18th of this year, President Trump issued Executive Order 14215, disingenuously titled Ensuring Accountability for All Agencies. This executive order is really an attack on independent agencies like FERC, the Federal Trade Commission, the Federal Communications Commission, and the Securities and Exchange Commission. The executive order mandates that independent agencies submit, quote, all proposed and final significant regulatory actions, end quote, for White House review, and makes President Trump and Attorney General Pam Bondi the final arbiters on questions of how to interpret laws for the executive branch. Just yesterday, Axios reported that the White House and DOJ are examining how to further exert influence over FERC and quoted former FERC Chair Neil Chatterjee as being worried about Trump politicizing FERC. Earlier this month, the White House indicated it would refuse to renominate Chairman Mark Christie, who has been a staunch defender of FERC's independence, coming just weeks after the White House improperly forced out Commissioner Willie Phillips. We can't allow political influence to degrade FERC's operations at this critical moment for our energy security. If adopted, my amendment would prevent this legislation from going into effect until President Trump rescinds his executive order taking power from independent agencies. Subjecting FERC to political interference from President Trump or any other president severely damages their ability to protect ratepayers and to ensure that we can meet growing energy demand. Several FERC commissioners have spoken out about the dangers of this executive order, including former Commissioner Nora Meade Brownwell, who President Bush appointed, who said, and I'm quoting, "This administration seems to be putting itself in the place of laws passed by Congress and precedents set by the courts establishing FERC independence. That's unhealthy, unwarranted, and unprecedented, and it will lead to a great degree of uncertainty and bad decisions." President Trump's own former FERC appointee, Allison Clements, said the executive order is, quote, flatly and plainly illegal, and it will not be held up in court. Joseph Kelleher, also a President Bush appointee, warned that OMB does not have the capacity or the expertise to review the roughly 1,500 decisions FERC issues annually. In March, the Energy Subcommittee held a hearing with regional grid operators to discuss reliability and increasing energy demand, and every single witness went on the record to say that a more politicized FERC would make it harder for them to do their jobs. We need to listen to these experts, and we need to reject this dangerous executive order. This executive order is yet another example of President Trump's agenda to consolidate power, ignoring the cost to American safety and security, and undermining the democratic principles of representative government. Of the people in this room who are here today and those who created FERC nearly 50 years ago, with the clear intent to shield independent agencies from political influence. It took an act of Congress to create FERC, and the authority to change its operations lies within Congress too, not the White House. I encourage my colleagues to support my amendment, ensuring FERC's independence, to ensure that FERC's decisions are free from political influence, a topic that we seem to have had agreement on earlier today. Thank you, and I yield back.